trying to take whatever they can away from Na'Vi and reset that pace.
Here we go then. Just slowing things down. He's making sure every kill is going to be vital here. Liquid setting themselves up. The flash comes in the middle. Two players push from the middle. This could be interesting. Flamey gets the first one. Being joined by Guardian chanted as well.
Savage
round for him, but that's just textbook play from him. Doesn't get the third, but he's already done all the damage there. Hiko chimes in, gets the 5-7 kill onto Edward. Just going to beat the last remaining player here.
He's an absolute animal, Guardian. Those shots are just brutal, and I'm so close to thinking he got that third then, but unreal stuff from him. But
this
still,
is such a huge round.
This is big.
This is the one that could define the game. It's the replay of your screen there. Finds one. That second shot there, pretty impressive stuff. But there we go. Round number 25, the Dren once again with the AWP. This is what it comes down to. This is going to set the tone for the rest of the match.
All right. What are we seeing so far here, Henry? Because it looks like Na'Vi are taking things a little slow. They're not rushing too much just yet, but they're looking for some map control.
Let's see what Guardian's thought here. He's gone towards middle here. He's trying to find a pick here. This is classic Na'Vi so far. They don't commit to anything too early. They let Guardian feel out the map, see if he can find anything at all. They're quite happy to run the clock down to around 20 seconds before they actually do anything. Guardian is looking for any sort of activity towards middle. Nothing going to happen just yet. As they send players towards the B tunnel, it's just going to be scouting out absolutely everything. The idea is to try and force out any utility the CTs have, make them feel like they're under pressure, maybe when they're not. So you can see there's actually not much left for the CTs. So they've got one smoke and two incendiaries. Dren has got the AWP towards A. He'll be holding that area, and it looks like Na'Vi are opting to go towards the B bomb side this time. One player towards mid. He will be baiting out the CT spawn smoke, but here comes that flashbang, and there we go.
Fugly, you better be ready. The flash is completely blind and comes out of it, goes down, seized, is in. Now it's down to the cross. Can Nitro turn the tide? Perfect flash again. This happened before. It's happening again. Nitro gets down too, but it's a 3v2 here. Na'Vi still have the numbers. They've got the bomb on the site, and the Dren and Hiko are so far out of this round, though.
They still have a reasonable shout here. The problem is the Dren with the AWP, very difficult to take the B bomb site on Dust 2. You can see them kind of contemplating now, is this worth it? As they come in, the bomb ticking away. 3 players to find and a defuse to come in still. This is almost impossible. The flanks coming in as well. Here we go. Zeus gets one. Should get the double as well. And that's a Dren going down. AK spray to finish things off. And it's another big round for Na'Vi. Things getting a little bit scary now for Liquid as they go on to yet another eco here. For the love of God, do not force buy. This could be so detrimental to them. Just eco is still in the safe zone. Just don't let it get to that kind of scary place you're force buying and giving yourself the double eco. Let's see how they go into round number 26. Na'Vi coming to life once again, and it's all off the back of that clutch from Edward. He's kept them alive in this series.
Big player living up to that reputation that he warrants at this point, and as you said, Liquid opting to not go for too much this round. We do have a couple of pistols here and there, a little bit of armor, really not much. Flash to suit that P250 with a Dren, but Na'Vi just kind of putting out the feelers. Flamey getting a little bit kind of tentative towards those speed tunnels, but Edward flashing into long, actually falls to a leash.
Not really sure why you'd have to commit to that one. This Na'Vi just was slowing it down. They need to work the picks, running into the absolute trap there Liquid has set up. Guardian does neutralize the situation, brings it to 4-4, but that could have been very dangerous indeed. They need to make sure that rifle isn't exchanged over, and now they're going to be flashing off and just getting back into a group position as they make their way to pincer the B bomb site. There's going to be one player for the CTs remaining there. That's going to be Nitro. He gets dealt with, and Na'Vi salvaged around from what could have been something very dangerous indeed.
Yeah, a little bit of a curious kind of over-aggression maybe from Edward, not too sure, but as you noted, it was
just a very tight choke point to face and commit to, running out the doors, and you don't really have the intel as to what may be there. And him going down, if they'd have got the AK and taking down the second player, that could have been all fallen apart, and all the hard work they put in so far would have been for nothing. But they salvage it, they found the grenade kill and got the hell out of there. So 3 CTs remain. They have picked up that AK. It's going to be Fugly wielding that at the moment, and you'd imagine he probably just wants to save that into the next round. They have got a reasonable bank of cash. There'll be a maximum loss bonus after this round, so I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the double AWP setup out themselves. They could have the option to. I'm just wondering who would wield that. It's normally only a Dren that would play with the AWP. Here he goes, taken down. Fugly still has that AK. And now we are getting a little bit nervous for Liquid as they get number 12 on the board.
There is a lot, you know, the crowd was pretty pumped up after the little bit of time, but it has gone very quiet as Na'Vi close in. Na'Vi are a deadly team.
I don't think it's quiet.
No, you don't think it's quiet, guys? I don't know.
There we go, the double AWPs come out, so Nitro.
Here we go.
This is another sort of thing when all else fails, try and get the AWPs out and get those picks and deny any sort of splits coming onto the bomb side. So what can they do with this? They're not going to be going anything too aggressive so far. One player towards CD spawn is going to be Fugly. He's been boosted up in this, I call it the AZ position. He played it so well when he was in Dignitas. It means when the smoke comes down CD Sport, you can check over that box and spray down anyone crossing up to B. It's going to be one player, Nitro, into B with a AWP. They're committing just one for there, and they're hoping this setup works out for them.
Well, Na'Vi have started to become highly successful on these plays towards B, so a nice little adjustment from Fugly, if that's maybe to deny at least the mid-presence. And we are seeing a very deep, very passive Team Liquid thus far, excluding maybe Hiko, just trying to keep tabs on long where Edward has been pressuring. But nice little flash from Hiko, pushing out towards short, keeping them guessing as to if there's a presence here. But Zeus, he's looking, and now Guardian, the deadly man himself, is going to be looking so cautiously towards his side.
The smoke goes down towards CD Spawn, takes away some vision there. CT trying to work out what's going on. They are going to opt to go back out towards mid, Navi. And this is where the position of CD Spawn could absolutely come into full effect. Here it goes, Fugly.
It's all him right now. He's spotted out one. He's going to take the first shot. Nice work from Fugly, but it's answered immediately by Guardian. And Edward's going to follow up. A is now looking very vulnerable. Adren is where the buck has to stop here. But that flash is going to be perfect. Edward doesn't fall. And for the second time of asking, Edward will get the shot. And look at Fugly so close by. When's the shot going to come in? He had the perfect chance. He let it slip, and Na'Vi are back in this game.
That shot, though, Adren, if he'd hit, that could have been a different story, just coming out of the flashbang, unable to make anything happen there. And it seemed like that opening kill there from Fugly could have been really important, but Navi does answer back straight away. Just going to be Nitro saving the AWP, and Navi come another step closer to bringing this one to the draw as Nitro gives away his position. Edward finds him, and you know for sure they're going to be hunting him. They want to get his AWP out of his hands. That's going to be another kill. Zeus goes down now, brings it to the 2-on-1. They are going to be winning this round, but they just want to make sure they go into the next with absolutely nothing. They save this all. They definitely have a reason to justify the force buy. And will he be able to survive? He's got 7 HP, and there it is. Flamey takes him down. And you can see the money still is reasonable for Liquid. They've got about 3,500 across the board. Fugly has got 7k, so he's going to get the AWP. They fancy their chances here. This is the round it all leads to. Double AWP setup, triple AWP setup for Navi. What is going on? This is going to be crazy.
This could be heartbreak for Liquid if they run that gauntlet.
There it is!
The dome comes out, Fugly falls. This could be so close to being over here. Na'Vi on the verge of turning what looked like the dream map for Liquid. As Elise is going to go down to Edward's hand. And this game is falling to pieces for Liquid here. Guardian tucks himself under the shot Adren went for. And what do they have left now?
Hiko mounted the time here. Elise tried to react after the AWP kill comes in. He pushed the doors. He got punished for it. Hiko's found a kill onto Edward, but there is another player waiting for him as well. He needs to work out whether he can justify pushing into these long doors. Thinks better of it. Maybe not, though. Going in for the kill. There it is. Zeus takes him down. That may be the kill.
As Henry seems to be dying as well as America's hopes and dreams are at the moment. 13-14. Cautious stuff from Na'Vi. They're not rushing too quickly towards A. They know that there's players left alive, and it's going to be down to the wire here.
Absolutely.
Adren and Nitro just looking to keep hold of these weapons. Na'Vi clearing out the site as they go, not taking anything too lightly. Adren's going to be watching the push-up through mid in case anyone tries to remove them, but already it's seized on the hunt.
Yeah,
but
so
let's take stock here, because this has suddenly gone into a very different matchup.
Yeah, this will be the 7th round in a row for Navi. They're looking for middle wall right now. They're going to be hunting down Liquid once again. They've got so much money to play with here. They've got like 10k next round for most of the players. They know where Adren is now. He should be able to find this kill here. Deceased trying to bait out another shot, but Guardian takes down Nitro, and they're going to know exactly where he is, and that could be it, really, because Liquid go into the next round. They got about $3,400 average to buy with, Lauren. This was looking so strong for them at one point. This was like, I remember not so long ago, we were talking about, you don't need to force buy these ones. You're in a great position. Just take your time. And the Edward Freeman came in and just changed the storyline here completely. 3 Famises purchased, an M4 and a shotgun. Nitro with the Max 7 going into lower B. The thing is, though, we already have control of long. Very aggressive play coming in from Liquid now, pushing towards the top of middle.
Elise has the chance to turn the tides at least into this round, but C's is going to at least get wind of that back away. Zeus is going to meet Nitro with force, and this touch of aggression, this dash of audacity from Liquid into this round is just being met so just head on. I don't know what they can bring out of this one, as Edward is already out on long. Flamey's not too far away. As Hiko is still standing, he's been consistently playing long. Of course, they're going to be a little cautious here, and they are a touch low, so taking their time here.
This is the thing. Liquid have no kits. They needed to find that first kill to give them the real chance into this round. They can't allow the bomb to be planted here, and it looks like it's only going one way. As Navi have established there's no presence towards long whatsoever. They can set Guardian up on that platform. The rest of the guys can execute onto the bomb site. Hiko is waiting towards the quad area. Adren now needs to find something through this gap in the smoke that Navi have gifted him.
He gets the tag. There's the first. Edward goes down. Can anyone else chime in with this sort of impact? They need it now. C's has taken down Adren, so it's down to 3. Hiko, Elige. Oh, Hiko! If there's any time for him to come into his own, it was then. But now it's down to a 2v1. Fugly, Hiko's just done something perfect. You are now with so much pressure on your shoulders, and Zeus denies it. It's going to be Na'Vi on 15. Liquid had a taste of victory. They had a shot at it. They saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And Na'Vi have just decimated this. That
was such a nice play from Hiko as well. Waiting for so long towards the quad area. Gets flashed in by his teammates at just the right time. He finds 2 kills, but it's not enough. We go into round number 30. It's gone all the way. And I can't believe that Na'Vi are in the advantage now. One more round makes them series winners here. 5 FAM assists for Liquid. No kits, no nades real to speak of. Need to find a kill here. Navi are aware of the situation, just taking it nice and slow now. AWP back in Guardian. You can hear the crowd trying to help out. This is all to play for now. Liquid need to dig deep here. What can they do?
Well, that is not the start you would want. Flamey has gone and found Adren. It's down to a 5v4. And they're going to just separate the 2 remaining players. Well, sorry, excuse me. The 2 on each site. Thus far, Elige and Hiko on their own. Nitro and Fugly about to be in a world of trouble. Elige trying to turn anything on its head into this round as Nitro knows he's surrounded. They're trying to get some map control, pushing into those B tunnels. C says no, but Nitro and Elige keeping hope alive. Liquid are not done just yet, but it's Edward and it's Flamey. And now it's a 2v2.
It's come all the way down to this. Liquid's tournament life in the hands of Nitro. He's been great this series. He's got the bomb in B tunnels. Navi need to find it. This grenade may take one of them down. It's not quite deep enough now. Edward on 5 HP. How are they going to approach this one? It all comes down to this moment. Could be the double spray. No, it's not. Flamey controls it, and the map goes towards Navi. Liquid. Horrible scenes with them. They had so close to taking this map, and they're denied it. That 3-on-1 situation from Edward. I called it at the time as they came out to lose this series. It all came down to that moment, and
Gonna have to try and dart out. That backup did arrive in the form of Hiko, but he gets overwhelmed. But Elige stops him in their tracks. And Na'Vi fall like flies, and this looks like we are on the verge of getting to that ever so important round. Adren's gonna add a little bit of another nail to that coffin, as Edward is your last man standing. Supreme play on the first map. A little quiet here. Bomb is gonna go down, and it's a 1v3.
This is it. He's got it all to play for now. M4 in hand, has got a Molotov as well. Smoke goes down. He's on the other side of it. Oh, could make something of this, you know. So all 3 players are waiting for him. He's going to push through. How is this going to go down?
This is insane. Edward, he gets 1, he gets 2. It's down to a 1v1 here. Adren against Edward. Bomb planted, smoke in. Edward, that molly goes out. Adren's on it. Oh, and Edward goes wild. The final seconds keeping Na'Vi alive.
What was that? The most sick play I've seen in the clutch. They're 3-on-1. Pushes through his own smoke. Gets down 2 players there. And Adren, it looked like he had the full defuse on lockdown. The smoke denies the Molotov onto it, but Edward does enough and actually resets the money for Team Liquid. What a round from him to keep Na'Vi alive here.
Anyone who used to adore what Edward could do back in the day has just had flashbacks of the caliber that he can just bring to these games. Now Na'Vi back with a chance, and it's a small one. But Fugly gonna find Flamey here, but he does recover the rifle, so he's not in a bad spot. But look at this, straight through smoke into the hands of C's, and he'll welcome that with open arms, leaving just 2 alive for Liquid.
Oh, I need to cut down for the last round, but there we go. Hiko gets the kill onto the board. He's going to be the last, well, Adren, sorry, he's going to be the last remaining player here in this 3-on-1. Not really sure what he can do with this. The bomb is down towards middle, but there it is. Guardian now. And if Liquid come back to lose this one, they're going to be haunted by that round from Edward. Absolutely amazing scenes. So we've had some big clutches this tournament, but I think that may be one of the best yet. Crazy stuff. It looks like Liquid are going to take a pause here. Probably the best time to do this, Lauren. Like, you can feel Navi getting hyped up after that, that morale boost that Edward gave them. You can probably feel, looking at the faces of Liquid now, a little bit disheartened by that one. Obviously still in a great position, but this is a good time to take a pause, to slow down the momentum. Don't let the adrenaline get to Navi and get them fired up. So you wanted to slow it down right now while you still can.
Stop anything building in its tracks. And you can hear that crowd have been certainly behind Team Liquid throughout this entire game. So Navi obviously needing every piece of momentum that they could have gotten. So even just that being removed is going to be a factor here. But a brilliant buy thus far for them. They're relatively well set, just looking at what Zeus is going to go for. But for Liquid, this has been something unbelievable. I think the Desk can have a whale of a time with this one afterwards, but this is something you don't expect every day. And was this Na'Vi being a little overzealous and feeling that this is their map? Or was this one of those performances that you can't take away from Liquid?
They weren't really gathering too much momentum on that CD side. They kept forcing over the scouts, the Famis's, the shotguns. They kept just thinking, okay, guys, we did it on Cobble loads of times. Just keep doing that. And it just seemed like that simple counter-strike that Liquid were employing there, just great aims, individual skill. We talk about Legion Nitro all the time, and I'm such a fan of that as well. Hiko had some fantastic moments as well. But Adren, he has to be the MVP, really. He was just 100%. Getting job done. Really, really nice stuff from him. And it looks like now they're just trying to take advantage of this pause as long as they possibly can. Everything settled. Everyone calm down on the Navi side, and they're going to try and work out how they approach this round. I think they'll just do themselves a favour and just take another eco here, get their money balanced out. Don't have to force anything just yet. Hasn't got to the danger zone. This will bring it to 14-10, but they're still absolutely fine in that position.
I still get flashbacks to what Na'Vi did to Luminosity, and it was exactly this sort of marker. However, we are back live into this. The score